Hello guys, Wonder here. Today we're going to be doing another PR video, but in this case it's gonna be a tutorial for squad leaders. I've seen a lot of people being a good squad leaders. I'm not saying I'm the best one, but I can show you some points and some tactics that would be of an advantage on the battlefield. So let's say your team is fucking losing 3 rounds in a row and you had enough. You're tired of getting wrecked and you're saying, yes man, I'm gonna make a squad, I'm gonna change some gameplay. First of all, you load the map, you check the layout. Very important, you know kind of anyway what's gonna be the next map. You roughly know the terrain you're gonna be facing. Second of all, you have 3 minutes anyway from the game loading timer. So in this time you should decide what the squad is going to be about. What is your plan for the layout of this map? Very important you plan ahead before the timer of creating squads reaches 2 minutes or 1:30. Second of all, scroll down, look what your team has and look what the enemy team has. Basically, what are you going to be facing in this round? After you've checked the assets and you've worked out a plan, third important thing, find a very good position for an FOB. That is really important as well. So in this map, I've played this map before obviously, but it doesn't have to be near the flag. It could be outside the flag, and try to build FOBs which are not in the line of the cap. That area is a no-no. I prefer, for example, outside of the radius. So in this case, if I'm going to be deploying with the helicopter out, always actually, that goes through all maps. If you want to deploy some behind enemy lines, do a FOB and get a helicopter, if there is any for this layout. Tell them to fly on the edge of the map. It takes a while, but it will pay off most of the time. On the edge of the map and drop down. Tell him as soon as he reaches the enemy territory, so to speak, to lower the helicopter, lower and fly low as possible. Then here it will turn, for example, and you'll do an FOB in the most vegetative, like bush environment here, concentrated forest. This is the area, for example, that I like for this map. Now let's go ahead and create a squad and I'll meet you guys later. So guys, as I was saying, we reached basically the position of deployment, which is the position I liked in the first place, the most thick vegetation here for this map. Always try to find really good areas for a FOB, they're very important. For example, here I'm surrounded by trees. It is outside the attack zone, which is exactly what you want. Second thing important is look for a low vantage point, which means it's not easily visible. Here we have sort of a hole, a tiny hole, low ground. That's a good position for an FOB. Try to place the asset there.
We need repairs here.
Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's it. So when that is built, even if it sticks out, you see there are trees everywhere, literally everywhere. It's completely covered. Now in many cases you will find loads of bushes as well, like loads of 3, 4, 5 bushes stuck together. This is a perfect position to do an FOB when you have those bushes. And do not rush. Do not rush when you do a FOB. That's very important. You conceal it properly. Time is key also, but at the same time you want to have a secure FOB where your team can spawn and assault an objective. When traveling with vehicles and trying to do a FOB, I recommend squad leader and one guy with a shovel in the truck, the rest of the squad in the jeep or a Humvee, whatever it is. In that case, if the Humvee, for example, blows up, the logi truck has a few seconds to react after they get taken down in front of you. And the squad leader can maybe evade the attack and drop a crate somewhere and do a fob after they're safe. So that is all for the fobs. Now, let's check the map. Let's say we're gonna assault the second objective, right? In this map, you gotta zoom in. On all the maps, you gotta zoom in. But zoom in, take a look at what you're dealing with in terms of terrain. I love that term, what we're dealing with. So in this case, you have two options: assault from the power plant, which is there, or assault through the tree line and head straight west. I've assaulted here the position. This is also a good spot because you have low ground there. If you cross here, you're far away still. The enemy cannot see you approaching from low ground. It's more difficult, so to speak. Now, for all squad leaders out there, let me introduce you to the most powerful kit and weapon you have. This is surveillance and awareness. This thing will save lives of your team, save lives of your squad mates, also give you an overall situational awareness. Most cases, as you walk in through terrain, you should be holding this nearly all the time. Do not expect the squad leader to get like 10-20 kills. Fuck this, you're a squad leader. You need to provide more surveillance, more information, as much as you can for the area you're assaulting. Also, if you come across a vehicle on the map, let's say you have a vehicle here, report that to all squads. I know it sometimes is annoying when you talk to all squads, but all squads need to be aware of the situation. They need to know this vehicle is here, what vehicle it is, APC or a Jeep with a 50 cal. Report to all squads so they have awareness. Warn other squad members, squad leaders, and stuff like that. Communicate. Another good tip, by the way, is my comm keys. I've set up my comm keys as F1 on local talk and F2 as a squad talk. F3 is all squads. That gives you very rapid and quick response time. Very, very crucial to have communication on demand, like in a split second. Very important. So I recommend changing to F1, F2, F3 keys for this. So let's say you're crossing on terrain. I'm going towards the objective. I'm gonna go through the forest. This bino here is not that crucial. You can switch to your weapon anyway. Now let's say I saw an enemy crossing through terrain, right? Like one or two guys. Now if they don't see you, the rules of engagement should be always do not engage unless fired upon. If you fire and you're just one guy and you didn't tell your squad mates where they are, what's the bearing, you're gonna get fucked 100%. Because let's say there are two guys, you manage to kill one of the guys, right? The other guy sees you, you're fucking dead. Now, a very common mistake is you walk in through terrain with your squad and you don't have time to say anything. You see three guys, oh shit, full squad, oh, full squad, and you're fucking dead in like 5 seconds after that. Because you did not report first the bearing, you did not get more eyes on, in terms of more people from your squad to detect the enemies, you did not plan ahead. So there's no rush. If it's 3 guys or 4 guys, zoom in, go to cover, zoom into position, tell the bearing, tell how many people, let the other people from your squad get eyes on as well, so you can take them quickly and efficiently in about 2-3 seconds probably. Do not go ahead in guns blazing and saying full squad after that. It's fucking retarded. I've done it myself. I'm fucking retarded as well. Right. Oh, should I show? Yes. Second thing, guys, flanking maneuvers. I'm gonna teach you what's that, and I found it very efficient. So let's say you see a guy and you're going into contact because they saw you, right? You're engaging them, they see you, they engage. Now on this point, when you start engaging, leave two guys here, for example, to continue engaging the firefight. What the rest of the squad should do is go behind, go in the opposite direction, start flanking to the east and west, or whatever. Start flanking to the sides, 3 guys each. The other guys are distracting. You flank around. Basically, you need to put some distance and you cut another flanking point from here. Surround the enemy. As soon as you get into contact, leave 2-3 guys to fight, then break. The rest of the squad breaks. Both sides. Gets another angle on them. Really important. And you will take them down more efficiently. You avoid getting killed most of the time. Also, when you're playing for an objective, guys, when you want to assault and cap an objective, is really no point. If you see a guy crossing there in your full squad, it is really no point to kill him, because they will be aware of your presence here. Let them pass. Most of the cases it's not worth engaging even. If it's not a full squad, it's not worth engaging. So just let the guy pass. Go towards the objective as quiet as possible. You need to be sneaky. Okay guys, so we've reached the objective I want to assault, right? Second flag, for example. Now, what you have to do is take your time and plan ahead. Don't just go in like that. As a squad leader, pull out your binos. Scan around what you're gonna be facing. Scan around the area that you want to be assaulting, such as that block there. It's got balconies. It's got a road. Right? One thing I've noticed in PR and in squad as well, every objective has a blind spot. Try to find the blind spot for assault. So for example here, I could have gone straight down the hill there. For example, it's too open. It will be a risk. So it's not really good to approach there. I'm gonna approach as much as possible through trees. So from here, try to find, if I want to approach there, scan around. If there's nobody there, start going downhill. Try to be behind trees or behind vegetation as much as possible. This is really open, to be honest. Ouch. This is really open. So try to get as much as vegetation in front of you or objects in front of you which are positioned in terms of your approach. So go behind a container, then maybe behind there another tree. Every little object that's on the way is helping you approach an objective in assault. Now, we're gonna be mentioning and talking about FOBs. That's really important as well. So, let's say your team is losing pretty heavily. What you can actually do is build FOBs which are outside, not on a flag radius. Like say one here and one there. Do not build fobs directly on a flag. It's very risky unless the point is really defensible and key. Like if you can put MGs and TOWs and stuff and it's really well defended, it's fine. But unless that's not the case, do not do it. Second of all, if you're losing the flags and like the team is retreating, make sure you build one fob on the flag that you're defending and a secondary fob, a backup fob. Really important. That way, even if that fob goes down, you'll have still one to try and push up to the flag. You have one where your team can spawn in case the worst thing happens and you lose the single fob that you have. Do not rely on a single fob ever. Build at least a backup fob close to the mark you're attacking or defending, and that way you're completely secure. So I think that's, well, I think that's all really, as in terms of advice. Maybe later on I'm gonna be doing some insurgency video because that's a completely different gameplay. I'm gonna be showing the insurgency side of things, and yeah, hopefully that will help you be better squad leaders. Now I'm gonna be going to heaven. Alright, it's bouncy. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.